before I hit the one. Wow, that was a bit
Welcome
scary.
everyone to the Midnight Social Podcast. I'm I'm your host, as always, Mr. Overlord.
And I'm Kuro, who can't get his timing right, as he hits live right at three at and one and two, and then I didn't wait for three, and hit the button, and then I hit live. So my timing is never good. So oh yes, so hello everyone. So if you're listening to this on YouTube, for those two people on Amino that listen to this on on Amana and one on the
Actually, let me
Art
just
Guild.
go on your YouTube channel right now, Kuro.
Yeah.
So I can
Oh no,
tell
it's
like
not on YouTube right now, but it's going to be uploaded to YouTube after. So
oh
what
yeah.
happens is those who are listening to this the on the VODs in the
Yes.
past, our past people, they who are listening to this.
AI art is but besides all that,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
AR art is slowly becoming a topic again.
I didn't think it faded away.
Nope.
But
There's
before you get onto that, just want to say, like, share, subscribe, and hi to those two people. All right, you go ahead.
So we're back to the topic of AI art.
Hmm.
And a lot of people saying like through algorithms and all that. You've probably seen it on you probably seen him on Twitter, haven't you, Kuro?
I haven't seen the AI art. I've seen AI tits. It's hard to explain. There's this 4chan post that came up, and it was this one with like nine pictures of these
Do you seriously need to follow more people?
on Twitter. On Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Mm, I don't know about that. I'll consider it. I do follow just the people I know from the Amino to Twitter, but like I'm saying, I just saw some image that came from
Okay,
4chan's
so
IC,
like here's like one of them.
and it was like this girl with like AR, and there was like AR tits or something like that. They have mastered the ability to make breasts look uh more real.
Yeah, but like there's still like this one particular artist who goes by the name of Shekshiro, who's a fairly infamous artist who those who are in the lewd art sphere is known for being a
Oh,
potential
that one, yeah,
tracer.
yeah, this one. Well, not this one, but this art style from Panda AI. Yeah, I have seen. That's what the ones I saw on IC. They were talking about it. But go on.
Specifically, this one artist who goes by the name of Shekshiro. He's a fairly infamous artist within this scene as well, within the hentai art scene, because he has been accused for tracing cute, sexy robots art style,
Mm.
which this one's a bit on the etchy side, but I'm pretty sure you can still have it. And cute. There it is. Cute. I mean, like, listen, man. And here's the artwork for cute, sexy robots, just for reference.
Okay.
And here's this is like when you tried out the AI art. You may have to censor it a bit, but
Yeah, I have the I had to turn the phone away from the screen. Uh, yeah,
and here's like his other artwork. This is Sekshiro's previous artwork.
actually, let me just turn this back to me. This I don't think this can be on Kick, even though there's a lot of tits being shaken on there, anyways. Okay,
Yeah, which is ironic as shit.
okay, yeah, I seen this. I don't think I've seen this, but okay, I see it. So what about?
So it's also like on the topic, like because a lot of people are on the idea of AI art not being real art.
I
or like because like it's like a kind of like a jumbled mess of algorithms and all that fun shit.
yeah. I know I saw a comment about that. I don't think I can access it. Wait. But yes, go on. I'm gonna see if I can find it because I did post something. It was a topic I was trying to work with one of my curators in the about AI art, and I did post something about it, but
And it's like for me, like you guys already know my stances on AI art.
mhm.
Uh, no, it should be used for as like it should be like steroids. It should be used to enhance. Should be should be used to enhance, not be the main thing. These people are using it as the main fucking thing.
Let's see. Wonder
And
when it could be. No, okay. So yeah, so I have some people actually talking about the thing I was talking about. And I'll bring you the post. Uh, right.
speaking of
Yeah. So here's the post. Anyways.
recent some recent developments lately, um PayPal decided to say like if you make any kind of lewd shit, you're potentially going to be fined. But
So
Twitter
PayPal
says
doing
like
PayPal then.
it's a bit of a misinterpretation, so take that with a salt shaker.
So PayPal being PayPal.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to make a new commission sheet saying because I do have a Cash App.
Hmm. I don't think Cash App's in Canada because I know that I tested it out when I wanted to. Yeah, we don't have Cash App in Canada because I was trying to test it out when I wanted to see if I can give money to the Word of Faith ministry. I wanted to see if it was if I was able to donate money to them.
Have you tried Venmo?
No, they only take Cash App. So that's
Oh.
why I was like I realized Cash App didn't work in Canada. Can't can't give church can't give church money. Sad face. Oh, there's always next time. Uh, but yeah, I did see in right here, like I said, the whole AI thing. So I posted it in my I better not hold it down. Hold Booba's too close to to the screen. So I I posted it in the Amino, and people commented saying, I wonder when it could when it can do dynamic poses and consistent character designs though." Um, Wayne draws. You should check, and for those who are listening, you should check out his YouTube. He does speed drawings and stuff like that, or just long form drawings, or what you want to call it. He says the biggest problems with AI generation is steals work from good artists.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people's gripes are about, really.
Mhm. So that's a problem with the AI art, and abuses it. Says Aria. So yeah,
Yeah, it's like the same people who like like you push for this, or like the same kind of rich tech bros,
yeah.
which is annoying. Which I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, when it comes to that kind of shit, like um, I have a general observation now, because it kind of somewhat segues into thing. I want to say when it came to like NFTs, like I kind of like the idea of it. However, it's just like both the fanatics and the haters were just fucking annoying as hell. We're at the point where it's just like they just got rid of any kind of interest.
NFTs are just just dead now, right? No one's really talking about it. It's like it's lost its power, right?
That or it's like probably at an they're probably at another all-time high.
Because what happens? I know a guy. I may have said this before. I know a
I
guy
mean,
who's
like it's like I guess like they're trying. I guess like just responding with now with just pure apathy.
okay. Because I know a guy who was like, he said that he was trying to make it the Minecraft some Minecraft NFTs, and now it's like kind of like they're just kind of holding on to looking for another place to do some NFTs, NFT trading, and I haven't heard the internet talk or say anything except for one person that I know. So that's when I'm like, is it dead? Like no one's really talking about it. It's not trending. No one's really complaining. No one's trying to send anything. I don't know if game companies are probably doing something about it. Game companies are probably still on it, but no one
Yeah,
cares.
I think Razor Fist response says like what the fuck NFTs are. They're just baseball cards.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's an. I guess well, how the companies do it, like NFT weapons that they're trying to use. Like I think SquareSoft was like, hey, you can get NFT Square Enix. It's just my bad. I miss
Squeenix. That's what we call them now. Squeenix.
just like Richie Branson's song. I missed the old SquareSoft. Um, but yeah, Square Enix or whatever is like. I think
We
they're
call them
trying
Squeenix now.
Squeenix.
That's their nickname.
Whatever Square. They're not SquareSoft, so it doesn't matter to me anymore. Yeah, they just like I know they were trying to push some kind of NFT, and then no one heard about it after that. Maybe they're still going to come out with uh
But back to like the
their
whole
Final
AI
Fantasy
art
thing.
thing.
No, we're just really jumping. Go on.
Yeah, because I know we're going to go crazy.
Go
We're
on.
gonna be like there talking about this shit for like hours at a time.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, once again, AI art should be like enhancements, not main things. But it's like the thing is like they kind of steal from other artists, and this one jerk off after a really great artist. Let me search him up again. Sure. Uh, okay, Kim Jing Ji. Fucking kill. He died unfortunately,
Oof.
and some jerk off decided to make some AI art dedicated to him.
And how did that go?
Well, whenever.
I mean, it was a
I
good.
mean, like how like people say like how like people buy NFTs and just go completely ape shit.
Yeah.
It went like that.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So I wouldn't be you're right. I because I'm not in those circles. I wouldn't even know like how it would go down. It
Like I
sounds
said, like you seriously need to get out of that fucking sphere.
Probably. I'm the traditional person. Too nerdy for my for the traditional group and too traditional for the other group. So that's my gimmick. I can't find a place, so I had to make my own place in between on the no man's land. And that's why we got you here. So
Meanwhile,
we
I'm
can make
over here with fucking VTubers and hentai and shit.
Yeah, and that's why we got you because you covered those grounds. That's not my territory. I don't go there.
Coward.
Oh yeah, but I don't go there still. That's not my territory. That's what you're supposed to cover up that's what your news covers. I cover the norm stuff, and boy, I guess it covers the other stuff. We have I still haven't can't really say what grounds he covers, but you know, um, that's where I'm going to take my stance. I am not moving from this rock.
Ingrid. Yeah, continue living in that fucking rock.
I have put my feet. I put my anchor into the sand. I will not move. You will not push me until maybe some money comes in that way, and be like, okay, you have now convinced me to move over.
Yeah,
Anywho,
back to
in the AI art.
yeah, yeah. I think what are your thoughts on it really, Crow?
Okay, so I played around with the Dolly mini and the crayon, and it's not very great. Yeah, I understand it steals people's art, and it's not really not that great. Like I try to like reproduce my own work through like it. Like I was like bug, anime, girl, armor, and stuff like that. Greenness just comes out really bad. I don't know. I guess people are just using programs to kind of like make it look very good. I mean, it's an additional thing. Like it's like using a digital program on your regular art. You already have the foundation. All it really does is just kind of just like add this bloom or something like that. It's just like using Photoshop. Um,
or steroids.
some kind of steroids. It's like
Specifically synthol because it's I don't want to talk about the synthol thing.
but it's it's not very good.
Uh
It just helps. I think it's good to help artists to create better images.
yeah, which which unfortunately it's not really being used as that.
Yeah, it's more just being like I want to save time and make and just get the computer to make it. I don't think it can help very much in like any what do you want to call like if anyone wants to make art out of it. I don't think that's very good. Maybe depending if they perfect the program because like
They go it's like synthol.
yeah.
They go instead of going like small but not that bad. They go like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Let me show everyone else. Yeah, we go like this. We go big Papa Pump.
It's never skip brain day, kids.
It's like ooh, okay. So it works it only works in certain ways. It doesn't work in every way. I can see someone who's trying to make like try to make a RenP or maybe like a RPG maker or some kind of like cheap game where they can try like where they're like, oh, maybe I can like I don't want to pay artists or stuff like that and I don't want to grab images from the internet to like shove into my game, so I'll use a computer to.
Actually, no, they'll use fucking DAS 3D in their default textures for that shit.
But I mean for
I'm
like
pretty sure they even have some form of self-respect.
yeah, but I mean like just
Uh-huh.
making art. Hey, what's up, DB? Like I mean just like
Dog boy, we're talking about AI art
Oh
and
yeah.
specifically the misusage of it.
yeah, but I feel like someone's like what someone can use it for is like I want to make my hentai game and I'm going to just like just type out something that looks and then like put into the into my game or something like that. Instead of like grabbing arts. Just sort of just grabbing random art off of like Rule 34 that looks similar. They'll just
Mhm.
type in a bunch of words and say this is what it looks like, and then just shove it in there and try to like
Funny enough, I think I actually like the grabbing images from Rule 34 part, not the
no.
fucking AI art part. I still have yet to find that.
I think there's still some ways you could tell if something is like a robot art. So I've
Like
tried to look
extra
into that.
fingers.
Extra fingers, a little bit disproportions in here and there, and so like you can go through and you can go through. Let me get my brain together.
We
You can go
talked about it like how
Yeah,
we
you
both
go
said
through
like
and yeah, you can go back through and redraw it per se or touch up. That's the correct term. Like with Photoshop and whatnot.
yeah, it's like we said like it should be like something like it should be like steroids. You know,
Yeah.
it's like an enhancement. Like it helps, but you still got to put in the work and put in the hours.
Hmm.
Yeah, but people don't want to do that. People want to save time. Tech people want to save time. What's going to be is more. It's going to be more soulless. Like we like I'm not trying to, but we know we're artists. Okay, we understand how to put soul into our work. We can make characters that appeal to the people that we think want to see our work. If they want to see thick, they want to see thick. What a robot thinks is thick, the robot doesn't know what thick is. It'll grab.
But I gotta admit, like the people, specifically like hentai writer and fucking Merryweather. They made some cursed shit with it.
I imagine it's actually pretty easy. Shit, Gum Gum, he's been dabbling into that, see what the whole hubbub was about, and he's been wanting to like use some designs to for anyone that's know, Gum Gum's another artist friend of ours. But yeah, want to use that to give him help give an idea, sort of put something into fruition, not straight up use the AI to straight up, be his sole art form.
Mm-hmm.
Success.
Also, it's going to make it their full.
We also
art form.
briefly talked about Sextro's like Android 18 art and how like people were just getting were on his case about it.
Shit, really? Fuck.
I copy pasted the image.
Let me go.
Sextro art.
Sexual.
Because Kuro is what like we said Kuro is not really particularly in those circles.
Yeah. I watched from the outside of the glass.
You're like that one fucking meme of me playing outside and Squidward just watching it.
I'm on the outside. I'm looking at. I just turned that shit into country. My bad. But
Okay,
wow,
so
what the
here's
fuck?
something. Here's the shit that Merryweather made.
Alright, you put me in.
Oh, well, shit.
Hold on.
The bot just fucking automatically just blocked me, so I'll just put in not safe for Amino. It's just like a bikini shit.
Yeah, the boss will do that.
Fucking bots.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we didn't have these type of bots. Speaking of which, found a here, I'll just throw this in general. Well, you know what? For just safety, because it's kind of risque. I'll throw this in not safe for work.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to open those folders
Here's
right now.
like the fourth
And I'm
image
definitely
that
going to
Hentai Writer
censor
made.
this on my recording. Well,
Yeah, I am not going to be able to look at any of those because I got my kids stream and I got my adult stream going on the same time.
Fuck them kids.
No,
yeah,
thank
fuck
you.
them.
Wait, what? Anyways, yeah. So no, because I don't know what I only got banned off of Kick once because I was like trying to show off my swollen leg, and then it thought I was trying to show off my feet, and I had never been banned on Twitch yet. So this is the first
Wait, they
time
have
for
a thing
everything.
against feet. Did I heard that correctly?
Yeah, Amino and Kick have or I think just one. Yeah, so Kick Amino has a thing against feet. If you try, I think it's going to be. I think someone will probably follow sexual. It's probably the bot, or probably the mods who are just walking around and be like, "Oh, look, you're showing off your feet. Gotta stop you. This appeals to me. Gotta stop you." So, but if you have tits, you can shake them around, but they have to be covered up. So, that's one thing you can get away with.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I won't be able to look at it.
It's fucking stupid.
I'll look at it like after the podcast.
So back to your full thoughts on the AI art, Kuro.
Oh yeah. It should be. It's gonna. Like one thing is that it's going to be like sooner or later, like any other kind of art, it's gonna be accepted for what it is. But right now, like if you're gonna try to like make some kind of AI to like make art, um, it's just gonna take a while till like people like till it turns into something. NFTs could have been that way too in a way because what happens is like if it stayed if it wasn't just monkeys and it was more like I don't know like something better maybe it would have stayed too.
Like some of the ones I showed you guys.
Yeah, like yeah, one of those like the actual ones with soul, but like the one
It looked extremely nice. Or I actually rewatched Tom Oliver's video on it.
yeah, but
I'm trying to find his fucking channel because that was the last thing he kind of uploaded.
but well it's like you have NFTs with souls and you have NFT of like just character generator.
Yeah, there's like unfortunately the ones that look like shit kind of thrived.
Yeah, and so the ones that look the AI art that's just generated that's gonna look like shit probably won't survive, but the good ones that are used by people that they want to kind of like find ways to make new stuff out of it, that's probably going to do very well. And strong and if it gets very well, then they're just gonna companies will get it, and then it will replace artists with souls and just use soulless robots to
And
create
it's like
everything else.
it's like keep in mind like both the fanatics and haters are kind of just like equally annoying as shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have two groups of those. Wait, no, it might like it might does it and if did sorry does AI art help like make art faster?
Could be, or it could
You
make your
could.
art.
I know it makes it look quality, but but faster. Maybe they'll use it for mangakas and stuff like that. Less
Yeah,
people work.
probably, or like I think Clip Studio already has some of that kind of stuff built in the first place.
Well, I mean, like 3D or like you just drawing over 3D models, or just like they'll just like it'll generate a.
Like they'll like kind of like auto color or some shit,
Uh, oh, really?
or
Really? I mean, how could it auto color something if
or smart smoothing.
okay, I remember I get for the lines, but like how can anything auto color if it doesn't know what color unless you like have
And
it
like
pre
you just lay out the color palette and it does it for you. I think.
uh
Like you just like place the color on like all the appropriate places you want to color it, and then it just does the rest.
okay. It's almost like using a paint bucket. It's just like dot 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 and then it just opens up and everything just gets painted. Seems like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dog boy.
interesting.
That's me.
Do you know where we talked about like the like whole auto color and like smooth thing, like because like we do like have some of it in Clip Studio Paint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart smoothing and like I think autofill.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like we
there's
have
that.
some of that, to make our work faster. But I'm talking about like more like kind of like nearing the end product. That's where you should probably use AI art for, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you're nearing the end of the drawing, but it's like you want to make a few enhancements.
Right. Right. And that's why I said like even with with AI art alone, you're still gonna have to do some touch up. So I don't know. But there is that risk of
But it's like the other way around.
yeah.
All right, so I think we tried out this AI art thing. Dogboy, what are your thoughts on it? Give your like full thoughts on it.
It's still very much young in its stages, so there's still much to see. But I think as long as people use it appropriately, which we all know they we can't have anything nice. We can't. But yeah, but if people use it properly, then we can actually get some pretty creative uh, stuff out there. Some creative content. So we just got to be mindful and be keep an eye out for any schmucks that want to try and you know be posers, be a phony, be a great big
Big fat
phony.
phony, you know that?
All right,
That reference 101.
okay, so we're already done with that. Let's talk about some recent developments with PayPal.
What the fuck happened to PayPal?
So if you guys don't know,
I didn't have it in PayPal.
there's been some recent developments that if you make stuff like if you make any kind of political videos, specifically to those that they're not to their liking, or if you make any kind of lewd specifically, that's probably our lifeblood. You could be fined.
I'm not surprised.
That is very much a no bueno for me.
Didn't
Yeah, so
didn't
it's like
PayPal do
another
this?
case of of keep in mind this is like one of the bigger like tech things. Like
Didn't PayPal already do this once?
they only did it for like those who have like it was like too like few and far between.
Yeah, they
You know,
they
they just got their PayPal accounts just shut down.
uh-huh.
The thing is, they're now putting a fucking 2.5K fine
Uh-huh.
on that.
So their thirst for artists have just grown stronger because
Or those of like those who don't like their political standing.
yeah, I mean because I mean watching Clownfish, I know PayPal ha sorry sorry you say PayPal or Patreon?
Patreon.
Patreon.
Okay, yeah, I know Patreon has been on people's cases before. Now they're just going into full gear now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and speaking of Patreon, you guys remember they cut down on they cut back on their security team.
Hmm. I mean,
well, because we can't fucking afford them.
It's like, hmm, maybe, just maybe, banning those of a political standpoint that you don't agree with, and potentially saying, hey, can we inspect your shit, forcefully inspecting people's shit is not a good idea.
does not sounds good.
And ironically, these are the same kinds of people that, oh, you can't draw or rock and getting fucked, but you can see like actual like cheese pizza.
Listen, I don't even use PayPal anymore. I thought it was
I don't either, so I'm not even too
I
worried
still
about it.
use it.
so it's a
Like the reason
personal
why I
gripe.
still use it for me is just like because like a lot of the stuff um for me it's just Steam and like potentially like other stuff as well, such as DoorDash and all that fun stuff.
They say PayPal. I mean Patreon. Sorry, I keep on
Yeah,
saying
but
wrong
back
thing.
to PayPal. So like specifically if those who of a political standpoint or in us artist case or like just those of us who are in this whole hentai scene, myself included, B, where the guy highlights depict or appear into or picked or to appear to depict nudity, sexual, or any intimate activities.
So have you tried Subscribestar? I heard that's a great place.
Oh yeah, and the other reason why is because if I try to do like entering like my car details because I'm part of a credit union.
Mm.
So it's like unless I like have permission, like they're just gonna reject it outright. So that's why I use PayPal mostly.
I well, I am part of a credit union as well, but at the same time, I don't use PayPal because they fucked up something with my bank account a while back. So I just don't really trust them, and plus, I can't use them anyways if I did wanted to because they're just so weird with my bank.
What do they do?
They lost my money basically.
That's fucked.
Yeah, that's all I need to. That's all you need to hear.
I just realized that I've been saying PayPal and Patreon. I've been getting them mixed up in my head. Um, I have a PayPal account. I just don't use it. I have it.
Yeah, originally like PayPal was meant for like commissions and shit. It's like as a way of bringing you transactions. But yeah, I'm probably might have to use Cash App.
So safe work artists are okay to be using PayPal. Um, so
But
because
not
it
safe for work artists. You're kind of fucked.
okay,
mm,
that makes sense. well, depending on how many people are out there who are making safe or not safe for work, this is probably catches
Yeah, like
not too
if you're in the
many.
not safe for work scene, PayPal's kind of your lifeblood.
There's no other way out.
There's other stuff, like Cash App, Venmo, all that fun stuff.
Okay, but they're not as good, right?
They're not really as popular. Like Cash App is like someone on a similar level of PayPal, but it's like yeah, it's like I guess they just don't have that kind of notoriety that PayPal does, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because below the stream, I have a link to my PayPal, and I forget what I have, what's even going off that account. And I look at my email. I'm like, oh, I'm on PayPal. Oh, good to know. No one's sending me money.
And like I said,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
the Western hentai scene kind of has to rely on it. And whenever someone does make their like full on like, hey, you can make like whatever the fuck you want, just adhere to these guidelines. Like you can make your porn and all that fun stuff. They are going to get their dick sucked. Like legit. I'm not even joking.
I'm sorry, what? I just had an audio
It's basically
flashbang.
it's like if they make
I'm
their own
just
version
like,
of PayPal where like people could just like post porn, or like make porn and all that fun shit. Like they are essentially like the person who's gonna make that, they are going to get their dick sucked.
I was sitting here. Yeah, there's like that's the odd word of phrasing, but okay.
I mean, it's true.
I can,
I was just like, that's
they'll
odd.
probably, they'll
Because
probably
like
draw somebody sucking their dick though.
but yeah, but
Like
um
odd.
also it's like and like one more thing is like if these people can also like make like their own verse, like I guess like Visa or MasterCard as well. Um
Yeah.
like then we're just completely home free. Like they
Yeah,
don't have to adhere
honestly,
they don't
yeah,
have
it's
to
like,
adhere to anyone.
yeah, honestly, I just hate the idea of any bank or any car company tracking your what you're doing, what you're buying, and shit. That's just no.
And it's like for me it's just like it's not just that. It's not that for me. It's like it's just like just remember like the reason why OnlyFans we're trying to get rid of their porn is because the fucking credit card companies were trying to say, "Hey, get rid of this shit."
Mm-hmm.
Which that's honestly none of their fucking business. In
And
my
it's like
opinion, that it's like that's none of their fucking business. It's like your job is to you transfer money back and forth. You're not supposed to have a play politics or ethics or whatever else. Just
yeah, it's like, "Hey, you do realize like most of our audience is like and it's like keep in mind like most of is like I guess it's just like they just like biting the hand that feeds them.
it's basically everybody at this point. Let's just keep buying the fucking hand that feeds them, and and honestly, and this can
Like
go
it
on to
eventually
anything
it's
else.
just going to it eventually is just they're just gonna like someone's gonna have to like step in and like, hey, uh, and just replicate the thing without the abusive part.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I was just saying. Like, and this goes to like Disney or any corporate company, is that the more to keep trying to like gatekeep certain things because of whatever fucking reason, they're going to lose money, and that's what they don't realize. It's like there's
That
nothing wrong
or
with
they're
having ideals or political standings, but that's not going to keep your ass out of the red. It's
and
like
it's
like
like
I was talking to one of my friends earlier because he was that's why I'm late, because we were talking about setting up something for my business later on down the road. But his dad brought up that since a lot of people are practically leaving YouTube for this website called Rumble, you can get away with a
Like,
little
what
bit
kind
more
of
stuff.
YouTubers are leaving YouTube?
The more like on the ones that get shit on by YouTube on the daily.
So, like, political sites.
The political, the anime-esque, and the ones that just the ones that literally just get shit on for no fucking reason. Even if you're not even a political standing, you happen to say one thing out of place or whatever. And
there's a difference between Kana getting DP'd behind the dumpster by knife wielding hobos
Stop it.
and a kid playing in the
Jesus
fucking
Christ,
sand.
you're still on that. All right. Yes. Okay. Yes. If you want to go that far, but
I
no.
haven't said that phrase in a while. I haven't said that in a good while.
I said that last time I was here. I feel like it. I feel like it. Or maybe I'm still traumatized by it. It's still resonating inside the back of my skull. I can hear it at night when I'm dead asleep, and it's like knife-wielding hobos behind a dumpster. Knife-wielding hobos. Yeah, that's what I hear
I wake
in
up
the
with a
back
cold
of my
sweat.
fucking skull. Even when I'm taking a shit, it's like all of a sudden going through my phone feed, and next thing I know, I'm hearing knife-wielding hobos. I'm gonna make that fucking thing now. Yeah, fuck. I'm gonna make that fucking thing in the comic. But yes, speaking of hobos,
Oh.
it's people are just kind of like getting fucking fed up.
Mm.
Yeah, everybody's just getting kind of fucking fed up with all this, telling us what to do, what to think, and all this shit.
I also have, speaking of like YouTube alternatives, I do have Odyssey. So if YouTube ever yeets me out, I'll just fucking go there.
Right. I mean, there's so many different platforms you can get on. It's just YouTube's right now the biggest thing is part of the zeitgeist. I think I said it right. And that's why it's so hard for people to leave because they don't know any other alternatives.
Yeah.
And plus, a lot of these platforms are still fairly young.
Or like either young or like, no, there are very niche things.
Yeah, niche. I think there's also there was that app for a while that was getting big. First thing that was what was it called? The Parlor? No, Parlor.
No, that was
Parlor, yeah. Then it's like they got kind of exposed to like one for having like the infrastructure being around Amazon, and two, you can't really post anime titties.
I heard it was mostly because they were quote unquote right wing.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's what I believe, honestly, more than the anime titties. Because I looked at that site, and I've seen anime titties on there. So I call bullshit on that. It's because
it's like you can't
they
post
discuss
as
the
much
different
anime titties.
Hey, it's still better than nothing. Better than you can on anything else.
Yeah, I
Well,
also
Twitter, of
tried
course.
joining. I also tried joining Gab, but that
I've
just
heard
became a
about it.
shit show.
There was
And just in case anybody doesn't know, no, I am not a right wing. I'm actually fairly kind of liberal, but I'm more in the middle.
I'm
an anarchist.
I retired from that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Do we have to pull out the political compass?
My political comes just anywhere that's like I believe like people just have a fair right to live. Honestly, if that makes any sense. Basic human rights, yes, of course, give that to everybody.
Yeah,
But I also believe in working up in the system.
for me, it's just like I just retired from that shit.
Yeah, really, I try not to be political or anything.
But back to the PayPal biting the hand that feeds them.
Right. Neck popped.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was trying to unlock third person.
Oh.
So
I know there was I know there was a one that was coming up that was supposed to face YouTube. I forgot what it was called because it's been a long time. It was like
Bid Me.
No, it wasn't that. It was something that was like more or less restricted than YouTube, but then it just kind of disappeared. Like everyone was like, "Look at this! It's supposed to be the YouTube thing," but
Did it cast?
No, I don't remember what the name was, but I remember going to it.
Italy?
I don't know. I don't remember. It probably was one of those, but like I said, it's like I wouldn't remember because it came up and then it disappeared, and I was like, I checked it out once and it was gone. Just like how someone said, "Hey, check out this thing, this alternative to Twitch," and I'm like, okay, I'll try to check it out, and I just don't bother
Yeah,
going
and
back to
that
it.
was
Yeah.
yeah, we did check that out before his internet
Oh yeah,
fucking
that's right.
gave out.
Yeah, yeah, my internet died last week. And we only got like 45 minutes of a podcast.
Yeah, we did that before your fucking internet gave out.
Yeah,
And it was like more specifically geared towards mobile games.
yeah. Last thing I said was P, and that was all it was heard. That's the last title of the last podcast. But yeah, it was that. But yeah, I don't remember what it was. It had this different structure than YouTube. It never looked like YouTube. It came out like
I think
2016, and it just like
but
died or
yeah,
disappeared.
it's like
What? No,
so
no, I
like
didn't
if any
disappear.
of you guys can make a PayPal alternative, get on that shit.
Hey, well, if I could, even I don't trust myself with money.
But still, like if any of you can actually make that shit and have the moral compass to not get into shit that you're not supposed to get into,
Oh, I can dodge that.
please get on it.
Right. Get on that shit.
Yeah, I don't do not safe
Sketch-
for work content, so I guess that doesn't fall for me.
Yeah, y'all heard the man earlier. You make that shit, Sketchpad will suck your dick.
Hey, I'm not gonna say I would. I'm not gonna say I would.
Yeah, you pushed
But
it forward pretty
someone. But
hard.
someone. Okay?
He'll lick it. He'll lick the tip.
Yeah,
I'm not.
we'll have it on X video so you can all
He'll
watch.
fondle the jewels for a minute.
Oh,
run,
fuck that.
run the jewel.
But
Shit.
Yeah.
um,
Anywho,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, we'll put on X video or something like that. So
I
put it on Pornhub
so what other
on the hub.
oh, yeah, it's so popular.
so what other so what topics do you guys want to ask? Because that was kind of like all the juicy topics
I have a
talk
topic
about.
for Dog Boy. What happened to the Little Mermaid? No one's talking about it anyways, but what happened?
Yeah, I think that conversation's dead and gone, but I'll still bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I did get my word. I did look more into it, and I actually have a pretty solid theory. I'm calling it a theory because there's still stuff that can come up and change. Now, as for the whole racism thing, I will not deny there may be racism
Oh my
involved.
god! Stop.
I'm just saying there are people that are probably genuinely upset because she's black.
Mhm.
But if you like last time I checked, the trailer was sitting at 2.8 million dislikes. That's a shit ton. I think it's still counting up too, which I don't know why.
Let me go on incognito mode real fast.
Yeah. Like I said, last I checked.
I mean, like the movie is still gonna get. It's still
gonna be ass. Yeah, regardless if it's gonna be a white girl or not, it's still gonna be ass. Regardless, people. I mean, all this really is just like Disney and other. This is why I fucking hate Disney so much. That I'll be so happy whenever it fucking burns down to the ground.
Yeah, well, their bloat is kind of collapsing in the first place, so
Good. It's not collapsing fast enough, but yes,
it's currently at 3.1 million dislikes.
God damn, boy! All right. Okay, so like you're gonna tell me that 3 point whatever he just said million people, 0.1 million people are all unanimously just fucking racist when we've had movies in the past that had black women in the front and still make bank. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, like, let's be honest here. Like, most live-action adaptations are fucking garbage.
And that's another reason why so many people are fucking ducking on this too, because people are just sick and tired of Disney being fucking lazy ass bitches, and just regurgitating the same thing. They're even talking about doing a live action Lilo and Stitch film.
Why?
It's like, bro, come on. Well, yeah, exactly. Why? And it's just lazy, and it's not even going to be good. It's going to be trash. I'm pretty sure it'll still look pretty good. And it's like, and just like one of the criticisms, like, oh yeah, because this looks dark and muddy and stuff. Like, y'all, like a lot of the scenes in the original movie was dark and muddy anyway, so that's not a really good excuse.
I mean, yeah, what do you expect? It's kind of what's intended.
Yeah, they want to be realistic.
Ocean.
Right, and I'm not dunking on the actress or anything. I don't think anyone in their right mind is, honestly, because she's beautiful, she's talented. Yeah, we're just dunking on the fucking corporation for being lazy, and they find more profit. It's going to sound wild, but this is true.
Yeah, it's
like I promise you, they find more profit in rage clicks than they do in actually pleasing the fans, pleasing people. And
because what Dan Slott said is true, an enraged viewer is an engaged viewer.
Exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, in case y'all forgotten or have not seen either one of these two fellas, faces, they are both black.
Well, I mean, yes, yeah, on the audio, yes, exactly. Like on the audio, so yo, I'm black.
So I have to throw you guys out there, but yeah, for my viewers, that are going to be watching this shit show,
I'm black.
My shit show. I mean, yes. So I am the one questionable white guy caught in between two black guys,
like an Oreo.
I'm like an Oreo, bitch. Yeah, this is the Oreo crew, bitch.
You on the chair? Yeah. We are on the outside.
And last time I do have the pass, but I'm not going to use it here because it's going to go online.
Yeah. Okay, use that.
But dead ass, in all seriousness though, is that really like what Miss Halle Bailey, she was given a chance of a lifetime, and I'm actually proud of her for getting it. If this movie had came out like 10, 15 years ago, then I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be a biggest problem. But it's like the past 10 years though, is that it's been nothing but a weapon to try and get people to get all mad and shit. Because for the past 10 years, like I know it's like you've seen like posts pop up here and there, this and that, these and those, saying like, well, what about Dragon Ball Evolution or the Avatar: The Last Airbender? Okay, first off, boo boo, it sucked. Nobody fucking liked that shit. Nobody liked it when it was like any films that was whitewashed. Like as soon as people realized that one of their favorite movies was whitewashed, they fucking hated that shit. And the same thing with Ghost in the Shell. Like Ghost in the Shell became such a problem. Like I remember the controversy around Ghost in the Shell. That they literally had to rewrite like a huge chunk of the movie just so it can at least turn down the flame a little bit. But ironically enough, when Japanese people, majority of Japanese, were asked, "Hey, what do you think of the Ghost in the Shell?" Scarlett Johansson is like, "Oh, she looks more like the anime character." Yeah, but it's. I'm pretty sure there are people that are still pissed off.
Absolute fucking garbage.
Right, and it's just like it's just like we came to at some point 10 years ago, we came to a conclusion, or that race swapping was just bad, and you need to just play the role what the character was created as. And this also, unfortunately, extended into voice acting. Because me personally, I don't care what color you are. The voice is what matters more to the character. I mean, we had, the amazing Samuel L. Jackson voicing characters that wasn't his race. Boondocks. And I mean, you had Uncle Phil as Shredder. Yeah, everybody remembers Uncle Phil as Shredder.
Yeah.
Or fucking Nick Fury in Avengers, because Nick Fury was white.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Yeah, and same with Michael Clark Duncan as well, and as Kingpin in the first Daredevil movie. I mean, as bad as it was, I mean, I think he was probably like the best part of it. But even then, it's still like it was still kind of jarring. And one of the big and it's like, and it just comes down to like for a while, it's like everyone just kind of like unwillingly agreed. Just begrudgingly agreed to just stop with the race swapping. But then out of nowhere, and this was actually kind of picked up by a lot of YouTubers, or mostly black content creators online. From what I've saw, there might have been others, but there was like notice and rise of the race swapping of redheaded characters from one BM to another, mostly from comic to live action adaptations, and that's when it was starting to get kind of jarring.
By the
It's
way,
like,
but if the whole DC comic scene, if they actually do fucking accept that shit for my character, if they somehow do have a fucking live action movie and like never force me to have that shit, and it's just like, okay, just have the character be a legit ginger.
exactly. I mean, that's why I'm kind of like keeping my shit away from Netflix anyway. It's got another first person they're going to probably change is Mercy.
Actually, no, like they'll probably make it into an anime, really.
That's why I want to be an anime, honestly. That's all I can see it as. I can't see it live action or even CGI except in game format. But anyways, enough gloating about our stuff. It's like there's a reason why that Netflix adaptation joke exists because especially with the Death Note live action they did on
Oh
Netflix.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit show.
I forgot
Like nobody
about
like
that.
that. And then when somebody was complaining about the race swap on that, I think there was like backfire on those people, which that didn't make any fucking sense. But it's like it's a lot of it just comes down to these very people that were okay with this one thing were not okay with this other, and so it's kind of like the very definition of hypocrisy. Like, how are you all right with with this happening, but you're not okay with this? That doesn't make sense. It's kind of contradicting, and that's what pissed a lot of people off. Not to mention, like every time, like I remember seeing this in real time. Whenever a character was getting race swapped to a different ethnicity, I would see that certain type of people will be gloating about it, and that's not that's not cool, man. It's not fair, and 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 recently I saw where it's like shortly after controversy, I saw where white manga, like somebody went in and race swapped one of his characters and to a white character. And it's like, dude, that's still not okay. Don't fucking do that shit.
Oh, there's also people who are way swapping the girl from Spy X Family.
Right. And it's like this thing like they in the past like I think last year or the year before that they started this. That's where it's called Blacktober, where you race swap canonically, you know,
That's fucking
different
stupid.
characters. Yeah, and it's like they think, and a lot of them are idiots thinking that oh, they're getting one up on the white man, but really you're just race swapping another minority for another one. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of art events, the art event you guys should be participating in is Gobtober.
Hashtag sponsor.
Hashtag sponsor. Yes.
Not sponsored really, but it's like please participate in it. It's fun.
Yeah, or at least I participate in Inktober. Like they don't have to do every single.
Actually, no, don't fucking participate in that shit because that jerk off trademarked it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My bad. I redact that. Amish me, whatever that term is.
Pretty sure
Admonish
people are still do it, but even though they forgot or don't care, I think people are still gonna do it. I mean, I think some people actually have some Inktober prompts going on right now. Little
Yeah,
they know.
or do your own version of Inktober. Like
Yeah,
do something that you want to try,
Some people can't fix for
and
themselves.
that
so
you weren't good
yes.
at before, and try to learn how to do it through Inktober. That's how I personally originally saw it when it first started. It's like, hey, you're taking something that you're not really good at, and try to improve on it through this time.
Yeah, but some people can't pick for themselves, so they go with the
But
most
that was
popular thing.
when my eyes were still bright and shiny. Well, somewhat bright and shiny. They were halfway dead, and now they're just completely. That's more of a joke.
My fucking my cold blue heart. Even like goblins can even make my cold blue heart just be warm.
All right, I got one. I'm just like The Walking Dead, long and dragged out and waiting to finish.
Oh my god.
I love that. Man.
I'm like Subway. I got lots of bread and low quality meat.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, race
But
swapping.
yeah. yeah, ultimately, yeah, it's people are just tired of Disney's being lazy. It's the hypocrisy and the bullying too, because there was also that period that where you see people going in and changing other people's characters, not just white mangas, but yeah, other people's OCs and their fan arts, and that's not okay. And then you have like the whole. There's another one on the tip of my tongue. I lost the train for it. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's that it's. I think I actually just said it. It was the bullying thing. People would just be so fucking toxic and horrible to people, and for the most part, it's like it just shows like how fucking bankrupt it is. And no, it's not just like 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 the Little Mermaid is like this version of Little Mermaid. It's not doing anyone a favor. It really isn't. It's not doing anyone, not white, not black, no one's favor. It's like you took like you like all it really is just was Disney trying to keep the license over a character for another 30 years.
No, but
And
empowering black women to be like mermaids.
Yeah, like
which that brings me to this. There's actually a shit ton of more mermaid stories that are, African based that are 100 times better, honestly, in my opinion, than the Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There's totally there's other
Yeah.
mermaid things like
It's
manatees being mistaken as mermaids. You can just do something around
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and it's like if and it shows this just proves that if Hollywood did honestly care about quote unquote representation, it's it's half-assed, it's hollowed. Like if they really want to actually have proper representation, they would stop doing like these hand-me-downs shit and actually because there's plethora of stories. Like I would personally would love like 'cause I remember like plethora of stories of Anansi. I would like to see a story of the god Anansi. Or
Yeah.
or it's like when I was doing some project for my company, like looking up mythical monsters and shit. There's actually a bunch of cool kick-ass monsters that I didn't know exist. There's one monster where it's literally like a giant snake with the head of an elephant.
Oh, wow,
Yeah, it's just like I don't know why it's creepy as fuck, but it's badass.
that sounds cool. Let me go look it up.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, and I'm going to pull up the picture too. Elephant head snake. Uh,
It's just Fisher
by
Price.
the way, I'm still working on my fucking comic.
It's just Fisher Price thing. It's stock art.
Oh yeah,
That's
TwitchCon is also a thing as well.
Uh, I'm looking at some vor right now. I'm watching. I'm looking at snakes eat elephants. That's not what I was looking for.
What
Oh,
the
I found
fuck?
it.
all right, I'll throw the
Yeah,
in general.
yeah, throw me yours and because I'm finding stock art of like snakes eating elephants, which I
Yeah,
don't know if this is I don't know if this is DeviantArt or if or if it was a stock Adobe stock art or I don't know. I don't really know how the DeviantArt got into the Adobe stock art, but it got there. So
this one's pretty cool. This one's pretty cool. This one's pretty cool. It's called the Groot slang. The Groot slang.
oh, okay, like that. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Here, this is what I found.
Let me pull up your stream, or are you throwing it in?
After the Discord.
Oh,
That's what I found. I found
that's cute, honestly. But yeah,
Eats ass first.
but yeah, there's so many, stories of all kinds in African lore, and that just doesn't make sense. Like if they really do care, they would actually try. But they don't. They don't want to try. They don't want to do shit. They rather make a headpiece, in
Yeah,
politics.
like they don't really want to take fucking risk.
Right, and it's kind of like and this kind of might sound like a deviation, but it's still going to be the same topic. But it's like with something with the new Gundam series out now.
Oh, which
It
mercry?
featured a possible Yuri coupling happening, and there are people that were kind of like confused and teased off by it. I'm not even going to front about that. And I was a little confused by it too, but I don't really care. I was just mostly concerned for the company that I am for the story, because I know, like, if it's a Gundam, you know it's going to be badass regardless. And by the way, if y'all haven't seen, the Witch from Mercury, go ahead, watch it. It's actually really good. There's only 2 episodes out right now, but it's still pretty damn good. But the problem is that it's like, and this kind of like confirms one of my fears, is that you'll have a group of people that are, and this is like one of the reasons why anime has such a bad rap as a community, because of shippers. The people that
the
want,
shipping community can be fucking cancer.
God, that's why I kind of like, it kills me whenever I try to get back into My Hero Academia and shit. But it's
like the hentai is good. It's just
I
like the
would
shipping
neither
community
confirm
is
nor
fucking
deny this.
annoying.
Right.
Yeah, and that's like the biggest problem. It's like, and these people make something that should be innocent and fun a political thing. And I saw a meme, or several posts really, of people, clapping back at their imaginary haters, which I don't think anyone is really hating on the Yuri. They're just more concerned about the plot, because Gundam, if you know Gundam series in general, it's a political driven story,
Yeah.
for the most part, right?
Yeah, like Gundam Wing, like people will hate it related to Peacecraft because it got in the way of their ship or some shit.
Right, and it's like, and this is like comes to why people hate modern politics than they actually do politics in general. I mean, everybody hates politics in general, but it's more so, it's like the politics that we have now is just internet bullshit politics, not even actual politics. It's just a bunch of people crying, whining, and shit. But the politics that actually have been presented, not just in anime, but in comic books and novels and movies, the politics of that time actually deal with actual serious stuff, like the human condition, not just who identifies as what and who's fucking who. That's not politics. I mean, it is politics, but it's not good politics, not worthy politics. It's the type of politics that give you fucking brain cancer.
It doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, it does not help anyone. It does not benefit anyone. Really, it's just like, and what makes the modern, and if you do actually try to cover a serious topic in a film or a medium whatsoever, majority of the time, if it's Western made, it's going to be in your face about it. And that's not how you want to drive a proper message. If you want to talk about racism, then by all means look at, or prejudice or bigotry, then look at, like,
it's a subtlety.
Yeah, it's subtle. It's like with the X-Men. Like, everyone likes to use the X-Men, for example, but the X-Men of pre 9/11, they presented bigotry to a very human and subtle way, where it is probably the more upfront aspects of it, of the comic industry, but it still does it in a way where it respects, that's key word, ladies and gentlemen, respects the audience. It does not talk down to them. It doesn't have a hit piece on a certain group of people. I mean, unless it's like the KKK or white supremacists, then by all means, fuck those guys. But when
the golden age of comics had beg to differ there.
No, that's what I mean. It's like I remember, like, one of Superman's early stories where he took on the KKK, but yeah, it's like,
I remember Superman taking on the Japanese.
It's like, for the most part, it's like, when you actually, and this is why so many people are flocking to manga. I know Sketchpad hates, or MR.OverLord hates hearing this a lot, but the reason why is it's like manga is outdoing the American comic industry, probably outdoing the entirety of the American industry, both film and comic wise, is because they actually respect the audience's intelligence and understanding, the capability to understand.
Before we go on,
the artist behind Rent a Girlfriend.
Before we go on, to enforce what you're saying, is the fact that anime is doing so good that Disney's like, we want Bleach, or Bleach is on Disney Plus or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
like they
Oh
realize like
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
well, we
they want that
can't beat
anime.
them.
They,
Yeah, they're purposely trying to get into anime, and that's what I'm afraid of.
yeah, like they
It's just
have
like,
Marvel.
yeah, because it's gonna be like just any other shit. And then they're gonna weaponize it, and they won't really care. All right, I will give Visions a pass because that was actually pretty decent, pretty good. But
What about the Deadpool manga?
the Deadpool manga, yes, so far I'm enjoying it. It's still very much Deadpool-y. So just
Yeah, like the only thing I actually because like I clocked out of Endgame, I don't really buy Spider-Man comics.
right. Which is honestly, like, to tell you the truth. I mean, I love Deadpool, you know, but even I have to admit, it's really Deadpool's not a hard character to really write because like
Like
he
the man likes cracking jokes. This is a total horn dog.
yeah, he's a horn dog. He breaks the fourth wall. He loves
Yeah,
his weapons, and any character that gets swiped up, wrapped up in his shenanigans, are doomed to go insane. Uh, and it's like, and I've read a lot of iterations of Deadpool's comics over the years, and a lot of it does start feeling like it's the same type of beat, just different scenarios, different situations. And so that's why I say it's kind of Deadpool is an easy character to write. Same with I think Batman. I think honestly because he's already been set up, to write the Bat family.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't. I don't know.
yeah.
That's
I think Super Sons was actually pretty damn good. Like at least breaking like the mold of like like the typical,
yeah. Which I think it ultimately comes down who's writing it, really.
yeah, like I like the Nick Spencer's run of Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah, I think it's like the ones that are good are the veterans that have been around the longer.
Unless you're Dan Slott.
Uh, I don't really care much for Dan Slott. Like I think like he made a couple good ones. So hurt me if I'm wrong. I don't really care for
Yeah,
Dan Slott.
I meant like he did some shit that pissed people off.
Oh yeah, fuck, man. And it's
And it's like they're and it's like Nick, like I said, like no Nick's like Nick Spencer can actually write a damn comic.
oh yeah, he can. I will not denounce that. Shoot, I mean, there's
Because like when he was writing Spider-Man, he got back with Mary Jane.
mm,
Um, he had him move in with Randy.
right,
He was trying to get his life, trying to get Peter's life back in some form of order.
right, and I mean, there was
But it's like
one of the earlier writers for Wolverine Origins. I forgot what their names were. I don't know. They stuck throughout the entirety of Wolverine Origins, but for the first the 2-3 volumes worth of Wolverine's Origins, they were really good.
oh yeah, and to the audience who are wondering, like say like they like saying like why Dog Boy said like I'm fatigued about it. It's just because like I have been in this shit since I was 14. I'm 20 for reference.
And I'm 27. Well, I'll be 28 later on this month. But um, yeah. So, and I understand his fatigue too. Um, we've been in this game for a good minute. It's just taking a little longer for us to break the mold right now. But anyways, yes. What was I saying? Yeah, yeah. It ultimately comes down to like one of the biggest reasons why it's like it's respect the audience. And I know a lot of people will buck back and say, well, it wasn't made for you; it's made for little girls. And
I'm saying and that's that argument, and that is a bullshit argument.
it is. It really is. It's very much a bullshit argument, but um, because you're basically like, you know,
One,
from what
bronies exist,
yes.
and I used to be one. Don't judge me.
We're not going to judge you for right now.
No.
No, it's like ultimately it's one, you're teaching the wrong lesson for in that aspect, you know. And no, I'm not a dad, but I have, you know, helped raise kids, and I have studied psychology and all blah 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 yada yada bullshit. But it does ultimately, like, it. Okay, for anyone from me and Kuro's generation, hell, even, you know, sketchpads. I'm sure when y'all were all kids, you know, one of the biggest things you were taught is that the inside is what's important, not the outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Right. Don't judge a book by its cover. And that's what I remember being taught as a kid growing up. You know, no matter who, what you are, what you look like, what your race is, what your deformities are, don't judge them.
Yeah, I think that's what I've learned thanks to Dragon Tales.
Right. And yeah, definitely Dragon Tales.
Like, I watched
definitely
an
taught that.
analysis video on it.
And one of the biggest ones was, you know, Beauty and the Beast. And that, I remember that was being
I
one of the core
remember, like,
things.
we briefly talked about it.
Yes.
And how Beauty and the Beast got nominated for an Academy Award, and it gave the boomers a stroke.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's like it was a time period, because we actually should be very fortunate right now, honestly, that animation is finally getting some recognition.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah, and it's like that. But yeah, it's like having, you know, having this specifically for that hollow reason for representation only. You're ignoring the whole entire concept of what truly
I thought
representation really is.
this one Dragon Tales episode, like, where the guy talked about it. He said he brought up a kid in a wheelchair, and he was like, "Okay, he's just a kid in a wheelchair, nothing more, nothing less."
Right, and it wasn't that the wheelchair was the, you know, what made him
With
who
the
he was.
character, it was just like,
It was,
it's just like, oh, he's handicapped.
Oh,
okay.
All right.
Well, there was something more to the kid. I remember that episode you're talking about.
Barely watched.
But the kid was, yeah, it's like I think one of the characters had a problem with him at first, but then once they got to know him, yeah, and of course Fat Albert had a lot of those episodes too. Other kids shows, and even there was a bunch of movies as well. And it was like where I'm getting at is that we're basically teaching our kids that the color of their skin and what they look like matters. And
it's just like, in reality, it doesn't.
Yeah, it really, in the grand scheme, it really doesn't.
It
Kind of. I know. Well, I was about to sound like, let's say that it kind of does. I mean, it does, because like if you do have like, you know, a problem physically, and it's actually keeping you from something. But the important thing, before I got onto that whole fucking tangent, but the important thing is like like the true person that who you really are is what's inside of your shell, because someday, sooner or later, that is not going to exist anymore. That shell is going to be different. You know, whether you believe in an afterlife or reincarnation or nothing at all, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that this body of ours is very fragile, limited, and temporary.
Yes.
But ultimately, it's kind of like, you know, what's discussed in Cyberpunk or most other medium, cool action medium. It's that it's not who you are that will be remembered. It'll be your actions, how you lived and how you die. It's what will.
what
just
matters,
watched
or
episode of
how Scanny
Cyberpunk.
calls it. Doesn't matter not where you're from, not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk.
Yeah, better said. Really.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something, Kuro?
I just watched that. I just got to episode 3 of Cyberpunk, and I just watched where what's her name said that to David.
Right. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Just like just watch
Yeah,
that.
I actually played the video game though, so
Oh, that's actually in the video game itself.
now there's
Oh,
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
basically when the radio announcer said like now there's doesn't matter where you're from, not where you start. What matters here is the walk you
I
walk.
think that's in the trailer
Or
too.
yeah, or one of the quotes I remember hearing. It's like when I first started college. I think it was from the infamous game Second Son, where the brother asked the main character that you're playing as like, after the main character's kind of a delinquent. He spray paints, he vandalized, you know, yeah, and he a basic punk character, and his brother was a cop, and his brother pulls him to the side. They're having an argument and stuff, and then it ultimately comes down to like the brother asking the main character, it's like, is this how you want to be remembered? Is this how you want to leave your mark on the world? You want to leave it just, doing nothing, worrying about pointless shit when you can be doing something bigger than yourself. And so, lo and behold, you go down the road of being a hero or villain of your choosing, which I think is very fitting for the infamous series.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like it's ultimately that's what we should be teaching our kids, and our attempts to try and and prevent racism, we're making it even more.
Oh yeah.
And
Right here, here's
it's
the,
it's wrong. And plus, at the end of the day, too, you parents have to realize that little girl, she's going to grow up and she's going to get smart, she's going to get wise, and she's going to react the same way as we did when we found out some of our favorite characters were whitewashed, and have that same hatred towards us, toward our generation.
Vicious cycle.
It's a cycle. We're only perpetuating the cycle of cynicism, cynicalism. It's
it's like I'm gonna tell you guys up front. Don't let your fucking cynicism completely consume you guys.
right. And there's already videos coming out. I know there was like a little bit first where parents were filming their daughters, reacting to the trailer, and it was like at first like it was kind of weird, but then it's like I noticed there was something off about those reactions. Then I saw a genuine ass reaction to a black girl who was almost like in her preteens. She looked like she was in her preteens. And she saw the trailer. Her parents were expecting her to be all teary eyed and happy. Hey, look, that's me. And then she turns around. And it's like, why the fuck is this bitch black? Like, I shit you not. I mean, she didn't say exactly like that because I'm pretty sure if she actually did say that, she'd get her ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she was just like, why is she black? Ariel's supposed to be white. And the mother was just losing it for a second there. It's like, what? Like she just experienced audio flashbang.
It's that thing. It's like just accept this because we're finally getting a
It's like
the push that we're
even though it's
looking
like
for.
Even though it's just like it doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And I'll go on to say why does. Now this is where I was trying to say why what a character, what they look like matters, and it's a word I said earlier, the zeitgeist.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you that don't know what zeitgeist is, and then I'm actually going to pull up the definition for it, the zeitgeist meaning.
America.
And I'll put it up on screen for my audience to see, and I'll put it in the Discord as well.
I don't trust America after watching Zeitgeist. Yeah, Lupe.
Okay, so essentially, the official definition is the defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history as shown by the ideas and beliefs of the time. So that being said, that can be incorporated with fictional characters as well. Because if something has such an impact, both in a spiritual aspect, like as it said, it'll be registered to a physical concept or idea. So, like for instance, if somebody were to say, simply Star Wars, one of those figures is either going to be Yoda, Luke, or most importantly, Darth Vader. Darth Vader is probably one of the biggest villains, whether you like Star Wars or not. You have to admit, he is one of the biggest villains in pop culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this goes even further. It's like like if you say action anime, you'll probably think of Goku or Naruto. If I say ninja, Naruto, or Sasuke. Hell, if I were to say gay ninjas, you'll think of Naruto and Sasuke.
That is true. Yes.
I swear, I'm like one of those people that I think that Naruto would benefit even more if it actually was a boys' love series, honestly, like a yaoi. Instead, as they were hungry for each other, they were.
Yeah,
They were
the whole series they've been hungry for each other.
Yeah, honestly,
Sakura's
it's like
Sakura's the writer put Sakura there to try to ease it, but in the end,
yeah,
he's been chasing Sasuke for the whole series through Shippuden into Boruto, and they're still together. Yeah,
right,
yeah. I mean,
man.
and he,
and honestly, like a lot of people point this out too. It's like if the kids ask the parents like, "Who was y'all's first kiss?" They will all say Naruto. So especially Sasuke's daughter. Like,
Okay, I'm
if she
back.
asks both of their parents.
I can
Oh,
see.
you totally missed that whole thing. But yes,
I can see the Elite Village
We were,
passing.
I came back to saying Sadara.
um, yeah, not bad.
I,
But yeah, it's like the zeitgeist. Like once you implement an idea or a concept, it's going to be tattooed basically, metaphorically and literally, onto a physical concept. So that way, whenever we like we'll say with the how what we just said earlier about don't judge a book by its cover,
Mhm.
we all had our go tos, right? Overlord said Dragon Tales. I said Beauty and the Beast. And Kuro, what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have anything at the time.
You're just gonna be the guy in the back room, just in the dark corner,
Yeah,
just watching everybody.
yeah.
Like I said,
finally.
it's just like that fucking SpongeBob meme.
Oh man. But yes, it's that's an example of the zeitgeist.
Mhm.
And whenever you think of even just the title itself, you think of the Little Mermaid, you're going to think of the redheaded version of Ariel.
Actually, I was going to think about the castle with the dicks in the background.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that too. That's first.
Yeah, it's yeah. Or you think of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. A lot of people will probably ultimately go to Jotaro
Mm-hmm.
or
Nice,
the third
nice.
season. The third, yeah.
Yeah.
Stars.
Man went
Yeah.
out to go get milk.
When I go get milk. Yeah.
Jotaro
Or
went out to go get milk, man.
uh,
The fuck?
I lost my train of thought for a second.
You're
Give me a
talking about
second.
I'm on Twitter right now.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about Zeitgeist and
Yeah,
order movie
Zeitgeist.
stuff.
Yes.
Like the
Yeah, and that's why that little girl I brought up as an example, had such a problem because she affiliated the concept of the Little Mermaid to the white redheaded version of Ariel, and so that's why I say this is going to be very jarring for kids when they get older, because because like even if you do show this movie first and proclaim it as the Little Mermaid movie, they'll see the animation one.
yeah,
And
toys too, or unless they're gonna
yeah,
swap in
boys
the
too.
toys.
Yeah, especially boys. Yeah, definitely boys.
No,
Once they hit
toys.
that age,
I said toys.
they'll see Ariel, the anime version, and they'll compare and contrast. It's just like whether you want to or not, you're going to compare and contrast the original and the remake, or the remake of the remake, or whichever came first and whichever one is preferably the superior one,
Yeah.
which is going to be the animated one.
Yeah, it's just by default.
Yeah, and so
Actually
whichever
intended for that shit.
right. Right, and especially like whether like you said, if you see one thing first, it's like, and that's the thing about the zeitgeist. it's not that what you see first is implanted in your head. It's what is the most profound, what's the strongest reaction to the emotion that will tattoo itself to the logical part of your brain.
Yeah.
That sounds like a whole lot of jargon, but I promise you it'll make sense after that third shot of tequila. But yes, the
It's
the
what makes the culture is what gets solidified, and that's what
right,
everyone remembers. Um,
right,
yeah.
yeah,
For example,
uh,
I would say Sailor Moon would be like, well, I'm not sure who the first like magical girl genre is before Sailor Moon, but Sailor Moon would be the one that would fall for that be in that zeitgeist.
right. And I think it's actually a
Oh, Cutie Honey,
honey,
Cutie Honey, yeah.
Kitty Honey. Yeah, I think Kitty Honey was the first of them. I think
I mean, that was
Kitty Honey.
Cutie Honey
No,
was
I think
Yeah,
it's actually
like
Cutie Honey was raw. Like I was surprised when I saw Cutie. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's tits in this? There's booba? Hold on, she's transforming? I was like, wait, wait. I was like, where'd this come from?
okay. Apparently, in 1966, Sally the Witch was considered the first magical girl anime. Okay. But that I know we got off topic there for a second,
Yeah.
but that just proves the point though. Is that yes, Sailor Moon has had such a huge impact on especially on our generation that when we were growing up. And even on the current generation. And I think even on the previous generation too, that grew up with Cutie Honey and saw Sailor Moon and had a much more of a profound impact. And it's you know it's how it comes down to how do you respect the audience, what ideas are you going to portray. But now here's a very good example to show that
Batman the animated series.
right the Batman animated series. But here's actually another good example that actually will probably make some more people happy about this. It's the story with the princess and the frog. I grew up hearing the story. I think there was a movie or two about it as well, and this goes along with "Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover" deal. But the thing is that, and this is how you actually do a good adaptation, actually, in my opinion. And if you want to do the race swap bit or whatever without being race swap, you take the animated movie in 2011, The Princess and the Frog, did. That they took the story that was, I think it was French origins. It wouldn't surprise me if it was French, though. Because, I mean, frogs.
Yeah,
The
frog legs.
Princess and the Frog story. It just gave me the last one. But I'm trying to find where it originally was. But anyways, it's an old ass story that's been around for longer than any of our parents have been alive.
Yeah, it's a
It's
fairy tale of some sort, and like before. Okay, I found it. Just type fairy tale next to it, and then you get like a. So you get a different version.
okay.
Because
Right.
Disney kind of like rewrote the internet with their Princess and Frog, and you want to go
1812 in
Yeah.
German. Oh, okay. It was a Germanic.
It's German.
Prince is a Germanic fairy tale.
A
Okay,
frog
that's cool.
prince.
I'm gonna throw this on screen that way people can believe my ass.
Or
Okay.
or Frog Prince
Or
for
the
short.
Aladdin film or the Aladdin story that was fucked up.
Yeah, but basically where I'm getting to the point where it's like you can do a modern adaptation for an age old story, and you can have the race swap details without being race swap or anything like that. But you take the very core concept of the story, like you said, like the morals, the themes of it. And this is these two guys, have they ever heard me talk about why these are important? It's because of this. Is that you take what the very core concept of the story is, and you can apply it into a different setting and different characters, but as long as you keep what the story is about, then you can do that. You can get away with it. Same with the Cinderella story with Brandy. Or I can actually have a reset.
At the end of the fucking story, the birds plucked out the sister's eyes.
Yeah, if you don't want to be all gruesome and shit. Okay. There's an anime that was recently released called Bubbles.
What?
Yeah, I'll throw this in chat. But it was made by Studio Wit, the company behind Attack on Titan, Iron Fortress, and currently right now with Spy X Family. Okay, so Bubble is essentially a modern adaptation of The Little Mermaid, not the Disney version, but the book. So that gives you an idea how it ends. But and it actually did a really good job because it kept with the core concept of what The Little Mermaid was about, which was a ethereal being falling in love with a human and learning to love and develop a soul. Because because I know like the original story got circled around a little bit and everyone just took it. It's like, oh, a girl got heartbroken and killed herself. Oh, that's just being very blatant about it. Being layman about it, I should say. It's really about
That's just a synopsis.
Yeah, that's just a very rough synopsis. How about Sinatra? No, the core story is that that the lore behind the Little Mermaid was that at the time that mermaids were not considered to have a soul, and that at some point in their lifespan they will die and become sea foam. And Ariel saved the prince, just like in the movie, and she makes a deal to be human and try to learn about the human world and have the prince fall in love within a certain time frame, or she will die, and turn to sea foam.
Mm-hmm.
That was the price. But along the way, the prince, he was just like, he was more of a friend. Well, he saw her more of a friend. I think he's like say one of the oldest friend zoning moments you could probably say, because the prince friend zoned Ariel.
I'm gonna die.
And he fell in love with another woman. I don't think who was Ursula the witch. No, I think it's just some actual other woman. And Ariel, knowing that her time is up, and so she, was being selfish, and her cons of like,
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, she was actually going to go out and kill the wife.
Yeah, I meant like Sonic Frontiers is officially 1 month away.
Oh, fuck, hell yeah. We'll get back on that in a second. Like, Ariel was going to go in and kill the fiance of the prince, of the woman that the prince was in love with. But she overheard the prince, saying in his sleep. I think she was actually going to kill him too. But she was basically trying to kill her to get a soul from her. That's what she was doing, really. And then force the prince to be in love with her, to fall in love with her.
Mm.
But she overheard the prince, talking in his sleep how much he loved, this his bride. And Ariel realized that, like, if she did go through with this, not only will he hate her, but it will hurt him in the process. And that didn't sit right with her. So she, and she knows that how happy he is. And she thought back at it and realized, I'm actually more of a friend zone than I am as a love interest. And so she decides, you know what, I'm going to let him be happy. And that makes me happy.
I think it's like that one saying, if you really love something, set it free.
Right, exactly. That's perfectly put. And so she goes off into the sea, and then her time comes, and she dies. She because like I said, she was going to die anyways.
GG.
But as she died, though, an angel from heaven came down.
What?
Yes, this is in the actual origin story.
There's a rewrite to me.
Yeah, this is actually more of like one of the stories that emphasize Christianity. That probably just turned off a lot of people. But yes, an angel came down, spoke with Ariel, and said that the fact that you understood what the true meaning of love is, we will grant you a soul, and you can be one of us in heaven. And she takes the offer, but with a caveat. She becomes an angel, or more so of a holistic spirit of the sea, to watch over all the souls in it, as well as watch over the prince. So yeah, she becomes basically like the angel of the waters, of the ocean.
Yeah, this sounds like this tagged on ending sounds like, okay, we don't want to upset our readers, so we're gonna add this thing where she gets happy ending too. Everyone gets happy ending. Like I was hoping.
Yeah, I mean, it depends who you ask. Yeah, she
Yeah,
still dies.
yeah.
Uh,
It's just
Happy ending plus.
she got the short end of the stick, but it's just like it's not that bad.
It wasn't that
yeah,
short.
it wasn't that bad.
There's a point on the end. You can use it.
It's like for her, like she was able to die happy.
Right. And I think that's like one version. I think I'm saying there's another version where like Neptune himself intervenes and says, gives her another chance of being a mermaid. So,
I can believe that one.
yeah,
That one
that
sounds
sounds
more
more.
logical. Neptune coming
Yeah,
in
it sounds a little bit
for
more
the
better.
assist.
Yeah.
Like Neptune himself, king of the sea, or Poseidon, I don't know which one. Him coming in and be like, yeah, okay, you get a second chance. Don't follow those 2 feet those bipedal walkers. They ain't good enough for you, girl. You got to be with the sea. You got to be with your bunch of seamen out here, okay?
How many versions of this damn anime, this damn book is there? Because I'm seeing one where she does have a happy ending with the
It's just
prince.
like a lot of the shit is just lost in translation. It's just there's so
Yeah.
much more of it. It's like the original one is just fucking lost in the goddamn sea.
Christian. Okay, let me look at the 1837.
All the best to color her black. There's no,
But
no, no
that still
misdirection.
doesn't take away what the whole premise is. That in the anime, spoilers, like I just said, really not really spoilers, but it's about a guy who's really sensitive to he has very sensitive hearing, and he can hear. Okay, so some sort of cosmic event happened where these bubbles come out of nowhere from space, and they just sit there. They don't pop or anything. They just sit on Earth, and then something like a portal or some sort of space wormhole open up in Tokyo. Of course, it's gonna be Tokyo.
Of course.
And it floods the entire city. So yeah, all the bubbles pop, floods the city, and so Tokyo got locked off. But you have people, mostly orphans, will go into the city ruins and and compete in games for food and other stuff. And you probably wonder why, but a lot of it's just get away from the government and society and stuff, just be their own people. And one of those games is like a parkour game, where they jump around the ruins and compete and get supplies, which I guess is not so bad, really. Like it's like a bar, you earn your keep and stuff. And the prince, he's kind of like they call him the prince, quote unquote, but he's kind of like he's not a loner. He doesn't work with a team or anything, and his ears are very sensitive. But for some reason he can tell that the bubbles give off some sort of sound that he can use to bounce off the bubbles.
So it's like a fucking filter my equilibrium shit.
Well, more like. Yeah, kinda. But then he's
super sensitive to sound.
Yeah, but there's a song he keeps hearing that he remembers hearing during the explosion, and it's right there at the tower. He goes there, but he winds up getting caught up in a storm, and he almost drowns. But then this one bubble turns into
a girl.
Yes,
Yes,
and she winds up saving him. But the problem is that she can never touch him.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the problem. If she touches him, she starts turning to bubbles. But at first, when it's like the same premise, she doesn't know how to human properly. She acts more like a wild cat, if anything. But he winds up teaching her. She gets attached to him and falls in love with him and stuff. The whole spiel. And in her process of learning how to read and write, one of the books she learns how to read from is The Little Mermaid, the original one. And in that one, it does say, like, Ariel dies. you know. And then by the end of the film, all the bubbles start calling for her, because she's part of the hive mind, and they need her back. And so he goes in, saves her, but she winds up having to save him, and wound up getting herself killed.
I understand.
yeah, happy ending, eh? I mean, it does end kind of happily. Like her essence still around, it floats around. Like there's a part of her that floats around, keep an eye on the prince and stuff, and that's like the part of the mermaid. I'm seeing. Oh, this is the actual story in of itself. Wow. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I pulled up the actual story. But anyways, I know we got a little tangent off tangent. That happens whenever you're in a conversation with us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People love it. We have actual listeners.
Yeah, the original one has a Christian ending. You're suffering. Okay. So we are the daughters of the air. They answered. Okay, so didn't outright say they were angels, but they're daughters of the air. A mermaid has no immortal soul and can never get one unless she wins the love of a human being. There we go. Her eternal life must depend upon a power outside herself. The daughters of the air do not have an immortal soul either, but they can earn one by their good deeds. We fly to the south, where the hot, poisonous air kills human beings unless we bring cool breeze. We carry the scent of flowers through the air, bringing freshness. For the 300 years we have tried, we have given an immortal soul and a share in mankind's eternal bliss. You, poor little mermaid, have tried with your whole heart to do this too. Your suffering and your loyalty have raised you up into the realm of airy spirits. And now, in the course of 300 years, you may earn by your good deeds a soul that will never die. The little mermaid lifted her clear, bright eyes towards God's Son, and for the first time, her eyes were wet with tears. On board the ship, all was astir, and saw the prince and the gazed sadly into the seething foam, as if they knew she had hurled herself into the waves. Unseen by them, she kissed the bride's forehead, smiled upon the prince, and rose up with the other daughters on the air to the rose-red clouds that sailed on high. This is the way that we shall rise to the kingdom of God after 300 years have passed. We may get there even sooner, one spirit whispered unseen, and so basically God shortened our days on trial. All right. So yeah.
I just had a cool idea of a creature that is like a mermaid, but it also has wings. I'm gonna be drawing that probably later on. I'm gonna add that to.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool to see. But yeah, ultimately, yes. Like I said, we got sidetracked. But going back to what we were saying, like you can do a adaptation for modern audiences properly. You just have to keep with the honesty and the integrity of what the story originally spoke about. Just changing it for the modern audience isn't just race swapping or adding some cool techno shit, whatever else. It's the integrity and the honesty behind it and what it truly represents, what it concludes to, and you have to take in mind what the zeitgeist is. You can't compete with the already standing zeitgeist. Especially if it has already made it found. Like for the Princess and the Frog, I think you can get away with that because that story's been around for so damn long that a lot of people probably forgotten about it.
Welcome to shit I see on Twitter while we're in this intermission.
Oh wow! All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here's an intermission. What are you seeing on Twitter, buddy?
Well, I just posted one in chat already.
Okay, is this what the fuck?
I better turn my screen away.
It's not bad.
Oh,
I'm actually going.
okay.
KFC OG Cake limited time offer. You get a chance to win yours with your order, exclusive via Okay, what the fuck am I even?
What country is this from?
Probably
From
America.
KFC.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
Where the fuck?
it could be a Japanese thing.
Yeah, now I think that could be a Japanese thing.
No, I
But
think it's from America. Otherwise, it would have been Japanese text.
Mm, true.
it's very American. Plus, it's got the sparkler on it.
Oh,
Like,
damn! Look at that thing.
I'm pretty sure like this is what what fucking people from England outside of the Luther Burger. This is what people think that Americans eat all the time.
No kidding. This is insane.
That's a savory cake right there. Looks like it
I
has
mean, like this is worse than the shit I used to make.
that looks like. Oh yeah, that's right. You made some weird stuff. I remember now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, remind
yeah,
me.
heart
Yeah.
stopping stuff.
I remember Miss Gaijin was just like she just looked at me like,
You're surprised.
Overlord, do you
We
drink
all looked at
soda?
you.
Surprised that you're still alive. Um,
Yeah, we're surprised. Yeah, honestly, how are you not like in a coma right now? Answer this fucking question, boy. Come on, man.
wow.
This is some. Like I shit you, like y'all. I shit you the fuck not. This man literally rolled up in chat one day, snacking on like a donut sandwich or something
Really?
with fudge in the middle, if I'm not mistaken.
And a clear or something like that.
Yeah, it's like the man is like the master of sweets. Apparently, he's King Candy.
And I'm surprised
You know,
like diabetes has got
bro
to
just
yet.
walks in the chat, on the daily, basically, and he has some a huge amount of fucking sweets that I'll probably put Kirby in a diabetic coma.
Oh, oh boy.
It's just, it's like, bro, how are you still alive? How are you not like, fucking in a wheelchair missing a leg? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, bro, what's your secret, man? Because I got into that age or at that point where I can't have all the sweets I want anymore.
I
Like,
would.
it's man.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it,
I
but
don't
he's
either.
here and he's somehow survived.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Say a kid too, or younger, I should say. It's like I had some pretty questionable eating choices, but I don't think any of them was as wild out as his shit. Oh boy! But yeah,
For reference, guys, I put fucking I legit sprinkled candy corn on a cheese Danish. Cheese Danish.
do I need to say more, y'all? Do I need to say fucking more? No, no. The man just
A guy was like, please stop doing this shit. This is coming from a diabetic.
For real. I think you. I feel like you made him have to take an insulin shot. Oh shit.
So okay, I have some stuff that I did have some pictures that from my old Google Drive,
Oh,
from
God.
my old Google Photos.
And I think that'll be a good spot to wrap this up, right, Kuro?
We got 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10
Yeah, 10 minutes. So if you're done your spot, I like to do a quick rundown.
Yeah, I'm actually done my
All right.
spot.
So I don't know if anyone's seen the Velma trailer.
Oh God damn it!
Yeah, so we were talking about race swapping. Yeah. So Velma trailer.
Oh yeah, that's I'm just responding with it with like just not caring.
Yeah, I just don't care.
I didn't even like. Well, I mean, I'm not into Scooby Doo. I thought they were going to do good with the Velma thing. Then it started to go downwards. Then they started attacking the fans in the trailer, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like that whole like being meta and shit. That's what they're doing with some of the with the last episode, the recent episode of She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, I watched
There's
that
like-
too. I did watch that.
I've only seen like clips of it, people talking about it. But yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like that doesn't make good shit. Like being that meta to attacking fans, so fucking petty. Like, bro, that is so fucking petty and pathetic and sad. It's
as you
God.
said earlier, I think it's when they did for Velma and having her die at the end. It's really hate watch, despite
It is,
watching.
honestly.
They know that they have people to watch it, so and they're gonna hate watch it, and that's what they want.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's the opposite of what people that you should do.
Yeah, it really should.
honestly.
But I
Like,
think
if you're gonna watch anything, and just so like anyone just know that we're not sitting here telling you not to watch
No.
these products, but don't give your money to these people because they do not care about you.
Hell, don't even give your fucking time to these people.
Yeah, don't even give your time, really. If you want to save your brain cells or your dignity or whatever, I mean, if you enjoy these, then that's on you. But don't give your money to these people, really. They don't care about you. They don't care about, your family or friends,
the thing about it is like at the end of it, she died. So maybe, just maybe they're just going to like pull a last minute switcheroo and be like, hey, look, we made her white again, and it's all good. Look at that.
and my whole feed just was flooded for a couple days with Velma being lesbian now.
Yeah, that I heard about that too.
And they're saying it's canon. It's like, honestly, like, I don't consider anything after 2010 canon anymore.
Yeah.
I like the Mystery Incorporated. That was the one I liked the most.
Right.
Outside of What's New Scooby Doo.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah,
it's like,
you didn't watch that because you didn't have Cartoon Network growing up.
No, I had Mr. Incorporated. I just never watched Scooby Doo. I am not a Scooby Doo fan. I only like Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, and in the game that I'm making right now, I made a homage to Scooby Doo. So it's a hate love relationship. I've never liked it so much that I love it. It's weird.
that's kind of weird. But yeah, it's like honestly, like, and that brings my point from being super meta to like preemptively attacking, fans, and this is what Disney has already done, especially did with Obi-Wan, preemptively attacking fans. Especially with Velma being quote unquote lesbian.
Yeah.
At most she's probably bi, but anyways, it's like no, that's a huge disservice to your product, to your brand, to everything that you do, and sooner or later that hate click is going to stop. Really, that hate click that
it's gonna stop. It's only gonna last you for so fucking long.
Yeah, honestly,
I think they're gonna milk it as much as they can.
And at this point, I think I'm not the only one. But anything after 2010, nothing is canon anymore. I don't care if it's corporate or if the company bought the rights to it or whatever. You didn't create it, really. Honestly, you didn't set the characters up as they were.
Yeah.
And so it's not canon to me because you don't know what to do with your product anymore. You're basically took a corpse from the past and paraded around in makeup and shit and selling it to the kids.
No, you're fucking wearing its corpse like a cheap coat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like that donkey wearing the lion mane, the lion skin. It's it runs around, scares everybody, thinking it's actually a lion. But then once somebody, I think what was the fox that actually listened to it, it's actually just a dumbass. Didn't.
Okay, I get it.
That was a horrible dad joke. But yes,
but you made it.
Yeah. Like after a while, like it's and that's why we're seeing so much downvote. That's why the Little Mermaid is getting so many downvotes. That's why a lot of these properties. It's not even just because it's woke. I mean, it's because it's woke.
Yeah.
And when we say woke, and politics involved, we mean like the shitty, non-impactful politics that don't really matter.
Diversity
really,
pushing for the sake of trying to look like we're making forward progress. Virtual singling.
Yes, virtue singling. Yeah.
We're companies. We look at us. We're doing good, right? We love you. We love your money
we're
more.
Doing good, right? We're supporting the black community. We're supporting the minorities.
Wait, we're supporting the black community? I thought we were supporting
It's
ourselves.
like that fucking PC principal thing.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
Next thing is the VHS 99, and anyone's gonna watch that? The VHS one where they show all those lost footage, the horror thing.
Really, I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, 99 is coming
VHS?
out. It was probably out or it was coming. It's coming out, but VHS 99 has a new one.
So many
Well,
kids,
I'm not
so
gonna
many
see
kids
it
are gonna be like, "What the
because
hell's a VHS tape?"
Well, son. You see, a VHS tape is a big old square box that goes into a old
yeah,
big
I'm
old
not
square
seeing that
box.
shit.
Really? Are
I,
you
I,
too
I
scary?
always saw like a fucking clip show of that shit, and it's just like, yeah, that fucked me up.
Too scary? Yeah, you know what? Yes, I admit there were some scary ones. Like the one that really scared me was the one where the guy went through the portal and it was like the where everyone was a demon and there were like loud sirens. It was like the rapture and stuff like that. That one hit hard home and I was like, ooh,
For me, it was like the first clip from the first film. That one fucked me up good.
Ugh,
ooh. But yeah,
yeah.
that
And
one messed
like
me up.
the second one from the second film, that one messed me up as good as well.
Did you watch it by yourself or did you watch it with somebody else?
Once again, I watched it with the clip show of it, like
Uh,
an analysis of it.
okay.
That still fucked me up.
Yeah, it's really spooky, really good.
Spoopy.
Just watching that. So VHS 99 is coming out, and if you want to get spooked and it's October, get down with your Octoberness. Uh,
Mm.
Next thing on this so this trying to speed this up so we can get to bed. Street Fighter 6 didn't get to play it, didn't get to see it. Would love to play it. The beta came out and stuff like
Uh,
that.
sure. Everyone's is all over Jury right now. I'm
I
not a feet guy, but Jury is my Street Fighter waifu.
I know she came in. I know everyone loves her ever since 4, but I'm still gonna stay with Sakura. But yeah, not a Jury fan. But I guess people of that Dami well not Dami mommy, but you know Dami.
She'll it's not really, yeah, it is Dom. It's like she'll choke you during like
With
she'll
their
choke you
feet.
during.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's pretty
I'm
yeah.
not a big
Yeah,
fan of
her
feet.
feet, yeah.
That's like the one thing I see so many people getting thirsty about is her fucking feet. And it's the scene. It's like the scene from the trailer where she kicks the dude
Yeah.
and then lifts his head up with the top of her foot, and it's like,
Feet boys roll out.
have we become the new Japan? Essentially, like we are so fucking down bad that that's what it feels like.
We want that
Honestly,
jury.
We just don't have that birthing problem right now.
Mm. But I'm like I don't know who I'm gonna pick
fuck this.
anyways.
I'm sticking with waifus, man. I want to have a chick that will kick my ass and choke me during sex.
Oh god, yeah. Someone showed me that. Someone showed me that meme the other day. Like when someone redubbed the scene with Spike and that woman from the movie where he said that line, "I like a girl that can kick my
Oh
ass,"
yeah, that's
and
true.
then add on to it. It's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Funny enough, my friend actually showed me that shit earlier.
Yeah, like, hey, look, I agree. Like I'm all for a badass girl any time of the week.
Mhm.
But but please don't put your feet in my face though. I don't want anywhere near that.
Dude,
I don't even like my own feet.
just put your hands around my neck. That's all I want.
Or just put your legs around my head. that I will be okay with legs. I'm okay with legs. Actually, I like legs.
Just wrap your legs
Like
around my hips, okay? And
just
then
put your hands around my neck, and I'll happily do whatever the fuck you want.
God no, I would never be that down bad though.
no,
What?
no.
No, I would never be that down.
What are you guys saying?
Yeah.
You said like you wanted to be crushed by fucking thighs.
Listen, I don't want
You
juri.
have
Hey,
very
hey, look.
You have very little room out of this. You have very fucking room.
Look, me and Curl, we can't help that we're both pious Christian men, okay? And just like in the New Testament, as Jesus once said, mommy, yes, crush me with your thighs, mommy, yes. I was there for that. It's there. It was in the homies 736.
In the
So it's like
Dog
getting
Boy
choked
translation
out by
Bible.
fucking thighs. That's acceptable. But having her hands around your neck, no.
Not even just her hands, just the feet too.
Just put her legs around my hips.
Like
like-
we're not doing feet. We're just doing straight hands around your neck.
I don't want feet. I don't want.
She
hands
might have
on
a
my
problem
neck.
because I got a pretty big neck.
I don't want anything of like. That's why I don't want to fight her. You know, I would save me the embarrassment. I don't want you sticking your unclean feet. But I know there's people out there who like, give me those feet, I'll clean them. I'm like, nah, no, thank you.
It's like, yeah, it's like I'll lick them clean. I'll lick them clean, my queen. Was that my queen? You know, or even it was like sat on too. Like have like some girl sit on their face.
I can't really do.
Like honestly, like dead ass. I just got caught up with the Chainsaw Man manga again. I just read the recent chapters and bro, I was dying laughing these past couple chapters because there's literally a sequence where Denji was like, it's like this man is literally a force of nature. He can kill almost
for me.
And he's like cuts to him being at school, being used as a chair, and a dude walks up to him and he's like bro, what you doing? It's like you know that what you can do, right? You're more badass than this. It's like, yeah, and I'll kill you if you try to stop me or get in my way. Now, if you excuse me, let me go back to being a chair. So I'm being paid 100 yen an hour, right? 100 yen in 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then the guy is like honestly, like Denji is like, I don't think the world is ready for an anime version of Chainsaw Man because that is a good manga. It's really good. It's
like
really
my
good
man's
manga.
just want to touch some boobs.
It's not even just that. That's just being simple. Like the dude is really simple. Like he will literally go to war with a whole country for a crumb of fries. Like the man, like he has the like. I mean, it's understandable too. Like a lot of people want to call him the simp.
This man has fucking lizard brain.
For real. Like the dude, like he has all he has ever known, which is fighting to survive. You know, and so once he actually manages to get a shelter, food, and a job, you know, something to sustain himself, he's like, all right, what do I do from here? And he just looks around trying to figure out, all right, what's for me next? What's for me next? What can I do? What is there for me? What do I want? And that's what it basically comes down to him, what he wants. But the manga is so batshit crazy. It's insane. Like everyone's fucking unhinged. And I don't think I'm surprised this was even labeled as a shonen. It's like not just because all the gore and stuff,
Probably dark.
but it's just so much unhinged insanity.
I heard
it's done so good. Like literally in the last chapter, they literally hit you with that. Hey, bro, don't come to school tomorrow.
I heard that there's like 2 levels of shonen. There's light
shooting
shonen
jokes.
and dark shonen.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those like where it can be considered a seinen in some areas, which maybe kind of reconsider my comic too. Like if my comic was, you know, obviously over here in the West, it'll be for mature audiences. But if I were to go overseas to Japan, it'd probably be a shonen too. Because even I wouldn't make a school shooting joke or comment. But it's done in a way though, because the guy like he knows how movies work, and that's how most of his stuff is done. It's like through film wise, and through like minimalistic range to far out shit. But like I don't know, the dude's batshit crazy anyways, and that's how you know he's a good writer.
Yeah.
Guys, we're not crazy
yeah,
enough.
keep in mind, like he also in his previous manga, like he's in a state of eternal, like the main character, he's constantly on fire, but he's constantly in a state of eternal pain.
Right. Honestly, that was just. Good. It's definitely good. Y'all check out Fire Punch and Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah,
By the way,
Fire Punch.
Also, but most importantly, check out his one shots. His one shots are really good.
I thought Fire Punch got axed.
Oh, it finished up actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To wrap it up, oh yeah, also, Mario teaser came out.
Honestly, Jack Black killed it. Honestly, in a good way.
He was Bowser, right?
Yeah, Bowser.
Okay.
Yeah, there was other than that one sequence where he got the star. He's doing from what he showcased. I say hell yeah, I'm all for Jack Black being Bowser. And when I say that one scene, like there's a little bit Jack Black kind of broke through a little bit.
Yeah.
But honestly, I won't fault him because if he can keep that like that whole sequence up like he did throughout the movie, hell yeah. But as for Chris Pratt, I'm not gonna go with everyone else and say fuck Chris Pratt. I actually like Chris Pratt. I actually do.
He didn't really say much in the trailer I saw. Well, in the trailer.
Yeah, he didn't have much lines.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Yeah, it's like, and it kind of sounds like he's doing more of like a
the barks,
like Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. He's actually just gonna have. Is he gonna actually have full voice lines, or is he just gonna be like, yeah, woo, and
yeah,
hey, Chris Pratt. I mean Mario.
They might be pulling a fast one on us.
Yeah.
Really tell the truth, because we didn't get, like you said, we didn't get much lines from Chris Pratt. So there might be a chance in the actual movie it might actually sound like fucking Mario. You know. But, you know, for the most part, I think like I don't know. I wasn't impressed, honestly, dead ass with what I saw, but like,
the animation is pretty good.
The animation is great.
Honestly, it's like, and that's why I'm hesitant. That's why I'm suspicious about Chris Pratt's voice, because they put a lot of money. Because like anyone who's familiar with Illumination Studios, like they're good. You know, I mean, the animation style is good. It's decent. The thing about it for me is that they're way too hyper realistic to be cartoony. That's the thing about it with me.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, a lot of their films is just meh. You have some basic ass music playing in the background or something. I don't know what else. And sometimes their animation can range from being really good to being really mid. But
fucking model.
Right, exactly. Nice fucking model. Honk honk. But you look at this trailer and it's like they put a shit ton of money in this, so that's why it's like you get that high quality in style. You got, you know, what we saw from Jack Black in that whole sequence, and so that's why I'm kind of like there's no way that you know they purposely hired Chris Pratt to be Mario just for some mid-tier voice acting. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't had a Mario movie in 30 years. And Kuro, you and I both remember that.
Mario was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Bowser didn't look like Bowser. Oh yeah.
No, not in the least bit. So if they fuck this up, then there's a chance we're going to go another 30 years without seeing a Mario movie.
I mean, the only thing you could mess up is just the story and the voice lines.
Right. Like honestly, it's like, because like Pikachu you can get away with.
I never watched that movie still.
It's still better than what it should have been, honestly, regardless. Sonic movies, better than they should have been. They're really good, honestly.
Yeah, okay, Sonic, yeah.
Yeah, like they fucking listen to actual criticism. Say, hey,
do.
What the fuck is going on with this design here? Why is Gangster's Paradise is fucking playing?
Oh, rest in peace, Coolio.
Oh yeah,
rest in peace, Coolio. Anyway.
Rest in peace, Coolio.
Just ripping pepperonis.
Yeah, man.
Pour
Anyways,
one up on me.
yeah, and then Idris Elba did a good job. Even though I didn't get to finish off the Sonic movie, just seeing hearing Idris Elba plays
Elba killed
Knuckles,
it.
I was
Honestly.
like, yeah. So I need to go back and watch. What was the first one before Sonic?
It was just Sonic the movie, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, I watched that one. Well, I think I watched most of it, not all of it. No, but the other other video game movie that we mentioned, before, well, not Mario, but there was another one we just talked about. I was forgotten. Sonic, Mario. Anyways, well, there was another one, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, that's gonna sound good when it comes out and stuff like that. We'll talk about that more next time when more comes out and we have more detail about it. So,
Right. So
to wrap this up,
yeah,
hey,
my recommendation, yeah, just everyone just chill out for a second, wait till more stuff comes out. All right, Curl.
to wrap this up, you got anything to plug in before you go?
Um, the usual. My YouTube,
Oh, nice
Dog
video.
Boy Studios. Uh, and I'm on the works on another video as well. I don't know how long that's going to take. Then there's my comic, God's Last Mercy, and that's about it. Really.
Don't forget to check out Dog Boy's video on his channel with him and his friends playing what was that game again? Warframe. That was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. I was going there
Thank
just
you.
for support, but then I was like, okay, well, this is chemistry is going on, and then you guys were like making all those dumb voices. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I was like,
Oh boy, that was fun, honestly.
I was like, yeah, this is going places. Yeah, so that and stuff. Sketch, you still around?
Yeah. Uh, so November 3rd, I am actually going to be at YomaCon. I don't have anything significant. I don't have a booth or don't have a panel. I'm just gonna be there as an attendee.
Okay.
All right, y'all look
And
out for
the usual
Overlord.
stuff. My Pixiv. Um,
You cosplaying too, right?
yeah,
Okay, he's gonna look like that guy from Danganronpa, right? The pink hair guy.
yeah. This time I'm actually gonna use a proper fucking wig.
All right. So you know where to find him. Just look for the one Danganronpa fan, and that's in there. Sorry. I assume there's gonna be more.
And I guess like I'm wearing also like a green coverall.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
also
think.
gonna put this.
I think people
I'm
will
planning to
find you.
put my cosplay in the freezer a week before this. Believe it or not.
Don't worry. I think people will find you. I think Danganronpa has gotten smaller. All right. And for me, yeah, the same old, same old. I'm
And
finishing Resident
I'm
Evil.
also going to be wearing when I'm not wearing my cosplay, I'm going to be wearing my Houston mask.
Oh yeah, the one that scares kids. If you haven't seen it, it's a really clown mask and stuff like that. Um. Anyways, yeah. So, for me, Monday, finish up Resident Evil. Gonna get into Devil May Cry if I'm actually at the end of Resident Evil. More OmanaC, Dev's thing on Friday, and something in the middle. And I'm not doing anything spooky for the month of spooks and all this good stuff. So, I guess we can wrap it up, guys. Till next week.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right, next week. Let's go.
Get out my
Yeah,
chat.
next
All of you.
Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday.
All right. Well,
Everyone
y'all
just get
take
out.
care. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Boy.
Good night and good luck.
Sayonara. This is going. I gotta turn this down because it's gonna blow my eardrums if I don't do this properly. And